Good afternoon to you all. My name is Edmore Taruvinga. For those of you that do not know me, I work for the Public Investment Corporation at ISACA. My role is to oversee the academic relations and education portfolio. It's a role that I thoroughly enjoy and I love doing because it is aligned to my calling as an individual. In my personal sphere, I've been involved quite a lot in mentoring budding professionals, experienced professionals, and also advancing the educational cause, firstly, of a number of my siblings, and also of people within close social circles. Today, I'm here to talk about the benefits of a program that we are undertaking as a chapter on behalf of you, our members. The program is to apply for recognition as a professional body by SAQA and to offer some 2 designations at the onset. Now, the first benefit among many benefits is that designation offers the holders a stamp of approval reflecting the professional status of an individual. In other words, it demonstrates to the employers, to the clients, to broader society that a person has reached or achieved a particular standard of excellence. Now, a designation is made up of or is issued taking into account a person's knowledge in terms of the academic and or professional qualifications, a person's experience in terms of the number of years under their belt, and a person's experience in terms of the level at which they are operating at. So a person can operate, for example, at an operational level or layer, at an M level or managerial layer, and also at a C level. So when you have a designation, automatically it does have the work for you. It advertises you before you say a word. So that is one of the key benefits. And then the second point that I want to mention is that a designation will enhance or increase your reputational equity. So what do I mean by this? By SAQA's own admission, a designation is the most effective and powerful means of enforcing standards and benchmarks within a profession. Now, when you are able to enforce not just the standards of excellence, but you are also able to enforce the standards of ethical behavior, then you are giving assurance to the members of the public that utilize your services that there is accountability within the profession, and there can be consequences if people operate in ways that deviate from the expected norm. That in itself increases the value of a profession. Imagine if you have got fruits in a basket and one fruit is rotten. If you don't remove it, or you don't have the opportunity of removing it, it will spoil the whole lot. So now this is why we are saying that when you are able to meet consequences on deviant behavior, you enhance the value because you take the one bad apple that spoiled others and put it aside for a while, So that's what we mean by enhancing the reputation. And then the third point is that, SAQA, in its policy and criteria for recognition, mentions as one of its objectives the promotion of pride in association of all professions. Now, by us pursuing this route, we are in the process of actualizing this very objective of SAQA, and most importantly, we are also providing our members with the mechanism and the means to access and effectively enjoy the constitutional promise of the right to freedom of association, which is enshrined in Section 18 of the Constitution. Now, if you have a constitution that you can't enjoy, no matter how world class it is, then it's of no consequence, you know. So I will stop there with respect to that particular benefit, and then moving along, the other benefit of being recognized by SAQA is the fact that we will be able to protect the public interest in respect of the services that that are offered by our members. This is simply the flip side of the benefit in terms of enhancing the reputation. To the extent that you can enforce standards, and to the extent that you can mete out consequences on people who deviate in terms of conduct from the expected norms, you are in fact insulating society against undesirable elements from within our profession who could jeopardize the public interest. I mean, you can imagine things like VBS. Yes, they are not a daily occurrence, but there are many other instances where the public has been harmed, be it in municipalities and so on, because of people that do not subscribe to the highest standards of ethical norms. So when we are able to enforce standards and met out consequences on deviant behavior, we are in fact able to insulate our public from behavior that could harm them. So that is a very, very important benefit. The other benefit is simply the fact that we will earn the tag of a trusted professional body. That in itself is very important. Why? Because it gives our members a badge and a DNA of credibility. I will talk about one more benefit. Like I said, I can't finish all of them. The other benefit that I want to talk about is the fact that as an institute, as a chapter, we are involved quite a lot in various corporate social investment programs. Now, when we become recognized by SAQA, we will be able to unlock more funding to fuel or amplify these programs, which are of immense or immeasurable benefit to the recipients. These programs include offering scholarships to deserving students who are disadvantaged, offering training opportunities. Hence, we begin to be able to make a significant dent in the economy. We begin to be able to contribute to skills development and retention, particularly in an area which is known for having a critical shortage of skills. This area that we service, colleagues, it is the present and the future, and we need to do more work within the communities from which we draw our members. So it's very, very important that we become recognized as a professional body by SAQA, and we are able to offer the designation that we are aiming for. As I sign off, members, I want to leave you with a very important quote from Robin Sharma. He says, if we don't act to make things happen, then life is going to act on us and give us results we may not want. Insofar as this journey that I'm talking about is concerned, what this simply means, especially if one considers what I said earlier about the reputation of the profession being under attack, if we don't act to give ourselves and our profession a chance, then we are necessarily voting to amplify the deterioration and the decline in the value of the profession. So, colleagues, it is up to us, and the time is now for us to join hands and do things and work together in helping to improve the value of our profession. I thank you.